Well, back in the Mad TV garage after that great ride with Nugget and Sean and Mark and COVID Dave, and spending a bit of tender loving care on the Yamaha T700. So there's going to be a bit of a bling fest on this bike, and I'll take you for a bit of a walk around just to tell you what's going on. So I'm still doing some R&D work with Rally Raid, and in here are some internals and shim stacks for some new forks that we're going to trial out. So I really look forward to doing that for John Mitchinson. Clive Ward's going to fit those parts in the next couple of weeks, and we'll film that. Yeah, so it's an open cartridge fork design, but hopefully it's improved on the previous one, which I thought was fantastic. The open cartridge is a slightly cheaper alternative to closed cartridge, but the performance of them is really good. I've also got some bar risers that John has sent me, and hi Muppet, and yeah, I look forward to putting those on. Beautifully made, CNC made, with much stronger bolts. Sometimes if you fall off the T7 awkwardly or in some strange position, sometimes you can bend those mounting bolts for your handlebars. So that's another thing I've got to fit. And then Clubby's talked me into getting an LED light bar. And I'll just show you where this sits. Hi, Dirt Adventures. So this mounts just under here off the clamps. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the T7 headlights as they are, but Clubby's talked me around. He said, Dave, get one of these. It wasn't too expensive either. I think it was, was it $65, $75? Now, to mount those, ADV Engineering have these brackets that they make, and they go straight onto your triple clamps, and we'll talk about them more when we do a more formal interview. But you can see they connect just up under there off your, not your triple clamps, but your fork clamps. So apart from that, got to get this T7 out and about, and I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown. Oh, that was another thing too. Oxford heated grips. Delroy Brown, good morning. What time is it in your country? Nick finds gold. I've had the light on my DR and it's a ripper. Great flat spread, nice and wide. Thanks, Nick, for that. Yeah, Muppet says it's a good light. This is another one I've had, never let me down, is Oxford heated grips. And I've got to put them on the bike. And then I've got to say the T700 is complete as far as I'm concerned. It's now got the range with that big safari tank. And yeah, it's got a bit of bling on it, but adds a bit of weight. Good spot for the light, no shadow, says one of the listeners. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that bike after that. Cruise control next, Muppet says. Nah, I can't do cruise control. Yeah, so I think the bike's just about right for me. I mean, with the old OEM pannier racks. Here's a guy who says, right, ADV tours. Hi, Greg. ADV Eng brackets for a while now. They do a great job. Thanks, Greg, for joining us. So that's that bike. Yeah, it's got a little bit more. I mean, I always say this weight's only useful for boat anchors, but look, you know, this bike's done me well. I see it as a different use to the 701. And yeah, so I'll just turn back to our 701. Now, speaking of the 701, I've done the complete opposite on that. I'm just going to keep that light, and that's it. Not gonna do anything more to it. In fact, I might remove a bit of stuff off that. Our next ride is in early March, and I thank you all for watching our last video. It's had an enormous amount of views, that Mark's ride, and Mark's got another one planned, and it's going to be even tougher. So hopefully I can film Nugget coming off again. Oh, did I say that? Anyway, I just thought I'd informally catch up with you, tell you what we're up to. And yeah, a couple of things planned. The next tests of bikes may be either the Ducati Multistrada or the What else is there? Yeah, how could I forget the Norden? Yeah, so there's definitely the Norden, but that's in April, but I might slip in the Multistrada before that. Someone says to me, do I miss the 640? Well, the answer is yes. I'd like to buy it back. It's a keeper. And people say, well, it vibrates your arms off. Well, actually, it was the first decent adventure bike, purpose-built, I felt, that was out there. Alrighty, so just thought I'd give you a catch-up video live just to tell you what we're up to. Thanks for joining us. Some people, this isn't their gig and they don't like the sound and they don't like my finger over the lens and they don't like this and they don't like that, but other people like to catch up and find out what we're up to. So for those that do, I think there's about 10,000 of you, thanks very much for joining. And the next formal video in terms of the fitting of all that stuff on the bike will be at Clive Ward's place, and we'll film it properly with the good cameras and that, and to have good sound. Alrighty, well, I'll catch you around the traps. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for your support. Bye.